Okay, Robby here, Dodgy Garage, mobile DPF cleaning. This is a Mitsubishi Canter. So this is a small truck, first one I'm doing, and the dongle area is straight there, and I've managed to dial into this little truck with my King Bolin. I have an Autel scanner, and the Autel would not dial in at all. So straight away here, when we look at fault codes, the reason for the DPF blocking, the customer says that he's getting a DPF warning on the dash here somewhere. I've not seen it. Apparently it comes on and off. Straight away there, the reason for the DPF blocking is going to be the glow plugs. Okay, if the glow plugs aren't working, the vehicle can't generate enough heat to push down the exhaust to clear out the DPF. So we go in and take a look. Okay, read fault codes again. Current, let's have a look. No, diagnostic current. Exit, read fault codes, historic. Okay, glow plug relay. Again, that's the only one that's there. And then we go into read data stream, and we are looking for difference in pressure across the DPF. See if there's anything else there very briefly. It's the thing with trucks, is it's uncomplicated. Okay, so here at engine off and the ignition on, we're looking for HPA or millibar. Starter up, and at idle we're at 10, and sometimes it flips over to 20. There we go. So we're at the high 10s. We're probably 18 millibars going into 21, 22 if I rev up a bit. Okay, same thing really, we're at 20-ish. Okay, so we're going to do a cleaning here. We want that typically between, we want to see that at 0, which means that it would be between 0 and 10 millibars, HPA millibar, same thing. And then of course, let me just switch it off. It's a truck, okay, so there's space. You can follow the exhaust system straight down there, and here is the DPF. And it's a big DPF. That's the guy there, and then over here is the DPF pressure sensor. So I'm going to go in, let's have a look there. I'm going to go into this guy. I'm going to take this guy off, connecting through there. That just takes the fluid straight into the front of the DPF, which will be this guy here. And because of the size of the DPF, I'm going to put in 2 liters, and based on how much comes out of that exhaust at the back there, I may even put in more, but that's a massive DPF. So we'll see how we go. Okay, so I've just connected up this rubber flex pipe straight onto the back of the DPF here, and I'm then going to start up the motor, and the reason being is that I want the air pressure to push this fluid that I'm going to be pumping into the DPF. I want it to push it down through the DPF so as to get it all the way through as much as possible, and it really is as easy as press and hold. And in this case, I'm going to not put it in increments of 5 seconds, but I'm going to put it straight in. I want to overwhelm the DPF with the chemicals and not let it in slowly. Let's see how we go. Okay, so there's absolutely nothing coming out of that exhaust. I've put a whole litre so far in, nothing at all. My switch is off and I'm going to refill up that gun and put in another litre. Okay, so that little gun has now been filled up again, and we're going to start her up, get it to idle, and see how we go, and squeeze it in, straight in, and fill up that DPF. Alrighty, so that's it. That's the fluid all in. Switch the engine off and going to give a half an hour, and then we'll start her up again. Okay, so the half an hour has gone past. I've just started this truck up. You can see the temperature is cold, and over here we have 27 degrees water temperature. I've got it revving at 2000 revs and the pressure is at 60 HPA, dropping down to 50. There's nothing coming out of the exhaust yet. There is a little bit. But we're going to wait for this truck to warm up and let's see how that pressure drops. But I'm not revving it more than 2000 revs. You know, this is a truck. They rev much slower than cars and pickups. So I just want you to see this coming out of the exhaust. There's fluid. I don't know if you can see it there dribbling out of the exhaust onto the glass there. This is a lot of soot that's coming out. And we're not really even at temperature yet. So let's see how we go. That's I don't know if you can see it properly, but that's quite a lot of and fluid coming out there, so that's good. Okay, so we've been revving this engine for 15 minutes already, and because of the amount of fluid that I put down into this DPF, you can still see there's quite a lot of smoke still coming out there. Not as bad as it was, but there's still quite a lot coming out. And that's 2700 revs. We're at 50 HPA, so we're looking good. Water temperature 67 degrees Celsius. I think we're getting there. Okay, and so what I've done is that pressure at idle is remaining on 10 HPA. So what I've done to actually get a proper reading is I've connected up my rubber pipe onto the DPF here to get the reading, and we're at 5.5 millibars of pressure. So believe it or not, this DPF is now clear. We're all good, and I believe that's it. Then I'll see you in the next one.